Quote on TikTok, I'm a painter, I was born to be a bitch, and I love that because I think that that's what it takes to be successful, especially in the arts and in entertainment. And I always tell myself, be prolific. Had a huge crush in high school on this guy. He dressed so cool. He had this like style where he was like 1950s rockabilly, and I'm from California, so there was a time, I'm not going to age myself, tell you guys what year I was born, but in high school where everybody had like these pointed bangs and they were dressing like James Dean with the white shirt rolled up and the blue jeans, and it was like really cool. I'm really into fashion. I'm a fashion designer and an artist, and I just used to look at him and think he's too cool to even be in this school, right? And I one day told a friend that I liked him so she could tell him. Him and I were kind of friends, but like after she told him, nothing happened. Okay, boom. So fast forward to 2024, which is literally, I do not like to age myself, but I think I've been out of high school now almost 20 years. And I go on YouTube and I see the guy commented on my video. I'll put it up here. I'm gonna tag him because you did delete it. You deleted it, and I did. It's okay. I don't post as much as I would like to, and that's definitely going to change because, I need community. But I want to talk about that. This video is kind of like expectations in life, like as time goes on. I'm in my 30s, and I just remember how I used to be so much more bright. I had a spark about me. And the comment that you left, if you do watch this video, because I'm going to tag you, it warmed my heart because it was like, oh, I'm glad to see you doing good. And I'm like, am I doing good? That was great. Like I saw the comment, honestly, weeks later, and then I saw it was deleted, but I was so happy. I screenshotted it, and then the comment's gone. But this video, it's not so much about the comment. It's just about like, you know, who we were, who we think we are, who's checking for us, and that people are watching our videos. I mean, I'm not like a big YouTuber, so like, you probably looked me up, and I appreciate that. I don't think it's weird. I don't think it's creepy. All of the people like myself who, are making videos, they don't know who's going to see it, what's going to happen. They're kind of nervous. They get excited. They don't want to post. They're afraid of cyberbullying. Let me tell you guys something. I'm old enough to remember when YouTube didn't have a lot of like pay to play and you just upload videos and start getting paid. And I remember uploading a video once when I was really young and getting scared. And it was already going viral. It was weird. It was getting so many views. I deleted it. That's why my main advice for artists is to never be afraid of who sees your videos. Even we make excuses. I was like, my hair is really not done. I don't feel like getting on makeup. Like I'm low maintenance and high maintenance because I get things done so I don't have to do things. So I always make excuses not to make a video. I always make excuses not to come on here. I always make excuses, and we all do. But I realized I was like, when I was younger and like pre-27, I was so prolific because I didn't give a flying fudge what anyone said about what I was making. And I knew that I was a real artist. I still am. And I knew in my heart I was brought here to create, to inspire, to make things, to be different, to have a rebellious spirit, to not be like everybody else, to be a loner, to be, it's like that quote on TikTok, I'm a painter, I was born to be a bitch, And I love that because I think that, that's what it takes to be successful, especially in the arts and in entertainment. And I always tell myself, be prolific, make things. Oh, who's going to see it? Who's going to judge? That's what you kind of want. That's what you get. Like, that's what happens to every big star. And they all have to laugh at it and say, I knew this was coming, and keep going. I mean, every big star. So I felt that in my heart. I have to become prolific again, not care who's looking, because I tell you, if years ago this person had written a comment on that video and then deleted it, I would have deleted the video. I don't know why. I would have been like, oh my God, he saw my video. I'm so embarrassed. And I feel like that's the young thinking. Wisdom is saying, so what? I used to be the most prolific artist I knew. I have 4 or 5 books on Amazon that anyone can purchase, ebooks, actual hard copy books. I handmade this journal. I'll post another video about all of my handmade journals. I'm going to do tutorials. I'm going to show you guys how to make them. But for so long, I felt like I couldn't make art. Like I lost my spark, you know? And that comment, it was like, that comment blew my mind because it said, I'm glad to see you're still doing good. I'm like, I'm just breathing. I'm alive. I'm so happy to have my art and a safe place over my, a roof over my head. But I was like, I'm doing good. It's cool. I didn't know that. So yeah, so keep making things. Don't care who's looking, you know. I made a worksheet, by the way, to find your passions, because although I have many passions, I'm a multimedia artist, multidisciplinary. I have a master's degree from USC in fine art. Yeah, I did all that. I am that person. I still think you have to focus, and you find the focus in life, like on your art, so funny. It's just all of it combines into one thing. The books that I make, the journals that I make are like all of my art forms in one, which is so crazy. I can do poetry in them. I can paint, collage. I get so, like, that, you'll find something that brings it all together, you know? And then on the digital side, I make music, and I make my own music videos for my music. So I'm a filmmaker, so it links up there. So don't think I gotta find one art form. I always do say the same thing, and please let me know what you think in the comments. I always do say that when I was in school, I've always gone to very elite, prestigious universities, UCSB, USC, Magnet, Honor Roll. I've always been an overachiever in school. They would let all the kids, the art kids, like, who were not people of color, do all the arts, and they were just so proud of them. Oh, look, she can do everything. If you're a person of color, they were like, you got to pick a role, pick a line. Okay? And I have a theory why they always did this, because I felt like a lot of my art teachers, at least one I can think of, was particularly not, I would call him probably a racist. But one thing about him and all those art people, the art world is so white, but it always tells people of color to just pick one role, because the creative director role, the art director role, that role, when I've met people, they're doing everything they told us not to do. You know, I worked in music videos for 10 years and professionally in Hollywood and in TVs and commercials and movies, films. And the creative director, the art director, is very much a part of production design as well as like marketing. And they usually will be into fashion, into music, into art. They do it all. They can do Adobe Premiere, and then they can go do a photo shoot, and they can edit a video. Like, they are amazing people. Like, I was always so fascinated by the creative director, the art director, coming in looking bomb, like with the glasses, like, ooh, like everything, right? These people are so cool. That's the role for me and for you. If you are a true artist and you do all art, creative director, art director, it's not a job that is easy to get, and you have to just keep going. Like, one thing about being an artist too is, like, these books that I made, nobody told me to make them. And I always used to tell my friends, my close friends, that, like, your ideas for art, for movies, for music, for books, whatever, no one's going to give you permission. No one's going to tell you should do it. If they say it should be like that, or you could do that, you might not even listen. You have to believe it yourself, and you have to go do it yourself. No one's going to give you permission or tell you that you should do it. And the funny thing is, then you do these arts and you get an artist residency, you start making money off of these things, and it was just out of you. It was out of your own inspiration, you know, and imagination. So I think that's the most beautiful thing about art. I've applied to a few artist residencies this year. I got one, but I'm glad I didn't get it. The lady was really weird, and she made sure to let me know, although I was a finalist. There was 3 weeks you would be in Costa Rica. You weren't allowed to do sightseeing, no tourist activities. You just stay at the house and make art. And I'm like, I already feel so isolated, because that's all I do is stay at my house and create art, music, film. And I think I would actually go crazy and get a little angry if I flew all the way to Costa Rica and then I had to stay at a house. But she said, this is not for people who want to see Costa Rica. So, you know, and it wasn't even a very prestigious artist residency. There was no money given. I don't think there was going to be like a gallery presentation. I think it was just this lady who started this artist residency. Has been doing it for years. So a weird thing on Reddit, which if I can find the screenshot, I'll put on the screen. You can pause to read about the residency I was almost going to do. But I missed a bullet. I'm just glad that I got to be a finalist. And artist residencies, there's a lot of mixed emotions around them. People say you become a prop, or you have to make propaganda because now they like hiring you, like in the olden days when artists used to be, the Medici family in Italy. They were the first artist patrons, right? But you had to name something after them or discover something and things like that, right? So artist residencies, and I'll make another video about that, are essentially that, and they pretty much are like renting you or hiring you to come live there. They give you accommodations. Some pay you a lot of money, and you do whatever art you do there and then present, and I've been in a lot of prestigious institutions before in my life, and I know what artist residency I do want, but I was almost willing to settle just to get one under my belt so it could be on my resume. Yeah, so that's it. So it's basically like, to kind of round out this video, I know I'm all over the place, but this is the only way I can make videos. When I try and plan or script them, I do all that work just not to make the video, so if I just come sit down and talk to you guys like a friend, I just try and have some fun, I think this is the best way to do it. I'm gonna make more videos. I want to make 2 videos a week about these topics, like watch back the video and then like carry it on, so you don't have to like watch too long of a video, but we're always talking about the same things on here on this channel, Ashley Alizor. Now I do have another channel, Odonati Official, which I will put in the comments below. And if you're an artist, you should really follow me and subscribe. And if you like the video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. I mean, the interaction helps a lot. If you see this video, my old crush from high school, I'm in a relationship now. But I'm so glad you saw this video, and you, in a way, inspired me to get back on here, because I was like, oh, people do see my videos. It takes like 15 months for a channel to blow up, and I've had this channel for a minute, but I keep going away and breaking my promise to myself. But I feel like I've had a spiritual awakening after this last new moon. So I'm here. So yeah. Yeah.